So example 9, we're going to take a look at a system with infinite solutions. Now we solved this before last chapter, and so noticing these equations, this system, we notice that it's a non-square system, meaning we have 3 variables but only 2 equations. And so let's set this up. We have 2, 4, -2, our augmented matrix here, 3, 5, 0, and 1. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the row 1 by a half. So this is 1, 2, -1, and 0. With 3, 5, 0, and 1. And then what I want to do is multiply -3, and I'm going to add -3 to row 1. I'm going to add it to row 2. So this becomes -3, -6, 3, and 0. So I get 1, 2, -1, oops, and 0. And this is 0, -1, 3, and 1. So now I want to make this a positive 1. So let's go ahead and multiply that by a negative. And so then this will become 1, 2, -1, 0, 0, 1, -3, and -1. Now I want to make this reduced row echelon, so therefore I need to get rid of this 2 here because that's the number above this 1 here. So to do that, I'm going to multiply -2 to row 2, and I'm going to add it to row 1. So that is, let me write it here, this is -2, +6, and a +2. And so then I'm going to add that. Oops, there's a 0 here. So this becomes 1, 0, 6 minus 1 is 5, and then 2, and then we have 0, 1, -3, and -1. So here is the form that we are looking for, reduced row echelon. That is what we want. And then, so now we know it's an infinite system because it's non-square. So let's rewrite this back as a system. This is x squared, this is x plus 5z equals 2, and then we get y minus 3z equals -1. So what we're going to do is let's go ahead and let z equal a just to make it consistent. So z equals a, and then we're going to solve for each of these pieces. So y minus 3a equals -1, or y equals 3a minus 1. Then for x, we have x plus 5a equals 2. So x equals -5a plus 2. So therefore, this is -5a plus 2, 3a minus 1, and a. So try this example here, a system with infinite solutions. So we tried this system here. You should have gotten 1, 0, -3, 8, and then 0, 1, -2, -5. And so when you let z equals a, you find that x is 3a plus 8, y is 2a minus 5, and z is a.